Hello, good day everyone, and welcome again on another one of our PVP sessions of Armor Core 6. Yeah, I know, I wouldn't miss it for the world. So, yeah, let's begin now on our, let's do a little bit of a start out for our PVP sessions of Armor Core 6. So if you don't mind, I am just gonna test my systems here for a second. I just wanted to make sure that everything is doing fine. And yeah. Okay, just give me a second. There we go. Yep. Okay, nice. So yeah, I was kind of doing a little bit of a check on if my live streaming is working. So I kind of make, you know, I have an external device just to check and verify if my you know, my live stream is working. Okay, there we go. So far so good. Back home sweet home, as they say. So there. Yeah, oh yeah, I forgot one more thing. I'm just gonna test my chat box here and see if it's working. There we go.
Test chat.
Okay.
Test chat.
Okay, so far everything is working, except for the YouTube, because yeah, except for the YouTube, because there's always a delay when it comes to you know, playing that. So there, we should I don't know, maybe we should test now our nest thing. I don't know if there's still people from team matchups. So let's try it one more time. Anyway, it's almost 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock or midnight. Maybe there is, maybe there not. So just give me around 5 minutes while I set up my, you know, my tools here for a second. Well, actually, on second thought, I could, I don't mind if I have to wait here for a while, because what do you call this? I don't mind if I'm. Oh, okay. Wow, that was fast. I did not expect that we'll have a team matchup at this time of the day. Seriously, I always thought that we're going to, you know. Okay, but anyway, I don't get me wrong.
Botrix has correctly joined the channel.
I am happy that we are having this team matchups, considering that at this time it should be dead. Okay, so we got Sunarin, me, and you 900. Okay, pretty solid lineup. And who's our guys on the other side? Copy and paste, rig it up, in Milwaukee Company. Okay, pretty solid lineup with those guys as well. Wow, that was fast, I'll be honest. I kinda got caught. Okay, well, at least we got some random fights on the ranked matchups, which is quite good. Wow, nice. I mean, it's been quite a while since I fought on the team matchups, and yeah, I'm kind of happy that yeah, I was kind of happy that you know, we have a lively team matchups again. Although, yeah, it's been I don't know. This is just been 3. This is just only for allotted 3 minutes, unfortunately. Alright, where are these guys? I should be around here somewhere. Alright, but I still love the chaos of team matchups. It's very rare throughout the weekend.
At 30%.
Uh-huh. Nice, nice. Nice. There you go. Well, everybody loves the chaos of team matchups, and I myself kind of love it. Yeah, I was supposed to join Levo's custom match on Armor Pool 6 on this time, but I kind of fell asleep and only woke up, you know, after Levo's. Would have been a nice crossover match for Armor Pool. Ah, right, it's not turning. Ah, God, there's a lot of missiles I got caught on that volley. Anyway, nice fight, nice fight. Nice fight, guys. Wow, that was, yeah, okay, but anyway, let's go, and let's go back to action with this. Alright, there we go. One guy down. Ah, God, I got caught again with those volleys.
At 30%.
Yeah, somebody's peppering me. I suspect there's a kiter up above. They're always, you know, hurling a lot of missiles at my thing. Yeah, should have known. This is okay. Nice, nice. Not a bad fight for a first. You know, for a first. Yeah, for the first round. Right. You know, I kind of realized one thing. I have been playing this game for the past 5 months. Actually, 6 months. Non-stop? Wow, can you imagine that? Well, not exactly non-stop. I was playing this, I think 5 months ago. Because I was busy on another game back then, single player. I was not engaged with the, you know, the multiplayer type of aspect back then. Until lately I kind of realized that multiplayer has its uses. So anyway, yeah, I'm just gonna wake up and yeah, where was I? Wow, I did not know that we got oh, okay, my mistake with this one. Let's just okay, I shouldn't be seeing this type of window. Okay, give me a second. After all, we got a lot of oh, wow, kind of funny that I okay, well anyway, I'm just gonna load up my stuff here. Well, I could load up with my Armored Core 3 Silent Line stuff. While I wait for the next, what do you call this? Next matchup. Yeah, okay. Let me take first, go for the garage. Yep. So I'm gonna go for the chaos first of the extra arena. Oh, okay. I guess I'll be back again with the okay, but anyway, that's great. At least we have the chaos of you know, one-on-one showdowns with this. About yeah, we'll just do this on the wasteland. So this is the old Armor Core deathmatch back then. Yeah, it's a good thing my AC was kind of fast. Alright. Oh, my goodness. Well, to be honest, the old deathmatch was, well, it was also, yeah, it also has its own chaos in the, in another way. But for me, I'm just playing this one while I'm waiting for the matchmaking. Maybe I'm just gonna do this about a round or, you know, a first or second round, and then probably have to switch to team matchups later. I just wish they had this type of replays on Armored Core 6. Alright, I guess we'll probably have to do that sometime on the arena. Well, that was weird. I kind of lost on the first round. Okay, we'll just challenge these folks. There we go. This time we're just gonna go for the arena. And yeah, just like the good old-fashioned you know, the good old-fashioned okay. Oh my goodness. Alright, so... right. So for some reason I keep losing with this round. Okay. Maybe... yeah, we're gonna... Alright. We got the match coming up. Just, I'll probably have to, yeah, continue that later. Yeah, it's kind of funny. I'm playing an Armored Core game based on an Armored Core game. But this one, I was playing Silent Line. But this time I'm playing Silent Line. Okay, Zakra Zawa Zeus, and that's me. There we go. Took us quite a while in yeah, it took us quite a while, but we're doing great again. Okay, and we got the space yeah, space test. Yeah, that was okay. Yeah, I wasn't really the best of AC players, but I do know how I had to hold the pipe. Okay, there we go. God, the controls are very different. So sometimes I'm still kind of adjusting from the old Gen controls to the Gen 6. Alright, we got him. Okay, there we go. So who's our next opponents? Okay, the purple guy here. Okay, there we go. Second guy. Jesus, I got hit. Nice fight. Ah, right. Nice. Not bad. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. Nice fight, guys. Nice fight. Cheers. Okay, so we still got, I'm glad that we got that type of experience. Okay. Yep, we're just gonna go for the next match, and in the meantime, I am just gonna go for the offline match. Alright, this is kind of difficult on my side because, yeah, offline matches. Oh my goodness, that was something. Right, I did not realize that we would be in a fight so soon. Seriously, I thought I was just gonna hang out again on the Silent Line Arena. But that's okay. Well, I can't wait for a long wait time, so yeah, might as well make do something while I'm waiting or something. Okay, there we go. We'll just have to wait. Sunarin, Adhera. Okay, pretty much the same guys. So, who's our matchups? Hodakumo, U900, and Milwaukee Company. Okay, pretty solid lineup. Alright, we got him. So who's next? Okay, we got that as well. So, yeah, who's the second guy? Oh. Right. Oh, okay. There's only one guy at the moment. The others are still respawning. Yeah, I get it.
AP at 30%.
Okay, there we go. That's one guy. Oh, okay. Ah, God. Yeah, I got blown out of the sky with that. Okay, there we go.
AP at
Alright, nice, nice. One guy's I love the chaos battlefield with this one. Or chaos in the arena. Nice, nice. Go. Alright, we burned that guy out. Ah, right. Nice, nice. Nice fight, guys. Nice fight. Yeah, this I guess that's the only thing about this ranked match. It's just only for 3 minutes. It would be much more preferred if we are playing around 5 minutes. Okay, let's just wait for the next round and hopefully we could you know, engage the enemy as soon as we can, right? And in the meantime, I'm gonna get back again on my what do you call this? Yeah. Oh crap. Alright, so hopefully we could do. Oh my god, we got a very oh my goodness, I don't know what went wrong there, but yeah, I kinda got lost. But we were facing a different opponent, I guess. Okay, but at least it's a great fight. Right? Huh. And considering I just wow, I'm just a second level with this guy. We'll go for Charom. I think he's much more suitable as fellow teammate when it comes to this type of fight. Yeah, I'm pretty sure maybe Yeah, I'm pretty convinced that we might have some issues with the armaments with this one. Yeah, definitely I'll probably have to change my armaments. It's not really working out for me. Maybe my arm is a little bit light. Okay, yeah. I would have used the Kurosawa, but problem is it's too heavy. Oh, I could go with this one, arm-mounted Mahowitizer. Weapons is 125. Oh, well, this one's too heavy, but 1.6. Wow, we're not really heavy if we were using this one. Oh, wait. Oh, wait, okay. Okay. Yeah, okay, I made a mistake with this. Epitome of Kisaragi design. Huh. Problem is this, legs are not really built for fighting. Well, I guess this is the closest that we could get. Right. Alright, we got a matchup. I'm just gonna have to pause this one. Yep, I'm glad that we got a commencing match. Nice, nice. And folks are still patient in the team matchups to you know, wait for the wait for the fight. Anyway, I'm really thankful anyway. Don't get me wrong. I'm really thankful that there's still folks playing Almost 6 team matchups. Okay, let's just wait while the stage is still loading. Ta 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 ta. Ta ta. Okay, well that's yeah, that's a long load thing, but that's good. That's okay. So who are our guys? Zakura, Zavadus, Hesperis, me of course, and who's our opponents? Vanish Crusade, Acera, Jolly Support. Oh my goodness! Seriously? Oh my goodness! Well, at least I'm not the only one who's doing Jollibee. Jolly Support. Oh my goodness, I want to laugh with that one, but that certainly makes an impression. Well done, well done. Da 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 da. Yeah, I'm glad to see that Jolly Support is yeah. So you can help but you know, laugh like a naughty schoolboy with that one. It's just that it's so rare to find those kinds of customization and personalities of you know, of Ravens. And you'll definitely know who's a Filipino or not because of that Jolly thing. Yeah, I kind of killed Jolly Support. Yeah, I know. I kind of feel bad with that, but you know, I'm recording. Okay, where are those guys? They're supposed to be here somewhere. Oh, right. Okay. Alright, there we go. Nice, nice. Bagging one guy. Wow.
At 30%.
Alright, Jolly Support. Ah, Jesus. Oh, crap. Where is he? Okay, there we go. Seems that we're leading. Well, kinda wanna laugh about that. They say Jolly Support thing. Now, you definitely know who's Filipino or not because, you know, that thing is iconic. And my auto targeting system's not doing great. Alright, Jolly Support. Alright, we got that guy. Back in those two. Oh, crap, crap, crap. Stagger. Right, nice, nice. Nice fight, guys. Yeah, I guess you spent, yeah, kudos to that guy. I congratulate that guy for spending so much time in, you know, customizing his mecha IC. Alright, nice, nice. Nice, guys. Hey, this one's a new guy. Jolly Support. Rank C on, yeah, rank C. From, you know, one-on-one matches, I guess. Anyway, yeah, let's just wait for the next, yeah, next fight while we are, while I'm kind of doing my thing here on Armored Core 3, customizing my yeah, this is a very
Megan Ding Gabby Po.
Oh, hello, good day. Yeah, thank you dropping for dropping by, Sovi, and yeah, same to you. Good, magandang gabi. Well, I'm glad to see that. Yeah, thank you for dropping by, of course, on the, you know, on the live stream. Wow, okay. Yes, indeed you are, Sovi. Yeah, it's very rare to see, you know, Filipinos like us on the VTuber space. Yeah. Oh, hello, good
Very
day.
rare to see a Filipino VTuber. Bruh, why is my delivery driver in Rubicon? I've been waiting for that chicken joy.
Oh my goodness. Oh, glad to see you around, Audie, and thanks for dropping by as well. Yeah, well, yeah, don't worry. I'm not the only one who's surprised. But I'm glad that, you know, us folks, Filipinos are dropping by here on Core 6 and, you know, dropping our jolly death machines. And delivering those missiles and bullets. Hey, right? It's kind of fun and refreshing to see, you know. Oh my goodness! I kind of left this one. My mistake. I kind of left the Armored Core 3 silent line. Yep, it's a really nice setup. I mean, on last match, I just kind of encountered another Raven there. He has the Jolly Rider or something.
That's a cool setup, yo.
Oh yeah, 3D tracking. Yeah. Well, it's yeah. I'm glad that you enjoyed the setup. Yeah. Well, you know, I kind of made the setup just to look like I'm inside the mech or inside the cockpit pilot of the mech. Kind of gives the you know, impression that I am inside the oh my goodness, sorry, kind of gives the impression that I'm inside the Armored Core you know, cockpit thing. For the 3D tracking, I'm still working on it, but I'm glad that you know, I'm glad that I'm making a good impression on you know, as fellow Filipino VTubers. So nice to see that you guys are also you know, in the VTubing spice. You know, I was kind of operating here you know, pretty much anyway. What I meant to say was it's nice to see that that there are fellow Filipinos around on the VTubing spice. Oh, I got hit on that. Go. Yep, there you go.
Called Jollibee, they said it's gonna take years to get back to Earth. The driver got lost, they said.
I guess you're right, Odie. Maybe they should have trusted the delivery from Uber. Or subcontracted the job from Uber. Holy crap, that gives me an idea. Why not have an Uber AC, right?
I've only seen 3 Phil VTubers and one of them is in HoloLive.
Oh, yeah, HoloLive. Yeah, I think that was... I don't know. The name kind of juggles a bit. I'm pretty sure I kind of remember that... I kind of remember that, you know, that name. It's in my tip of my tongue. I'll be honest. Ah, okay. Maybe that was Rex or something. Something like that. The name juggles on my memory. Something like letter R9, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, but it's also glad to see.
Burn M.
Yeah, it's glad to see that you know, there's also a Filipino on HoloLive. But he's more like a corpo, so I have no idea because I'm operating as a team. And actually, most Filipino VTubers are team. But if I'm correct, there are also some Filipino, well-known Filipino indies working as, well, not exactly working, but operating as an indie VTuber. I think, just to name a few, Shori Guy, or Shori, actually she's female.
The red-haired person?
Yes, yeah, if I remember, Sovi, yeah, he's a red guy, also male. Pan is also another Filipino VTuber. I think that's her name as well, Pan. She's
Seeing a tactical Filipino is sick.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm more like mostly related to that kind of stuff because my VTuber model is more like a private military contractor, to be specific, Raven. Actually, if we would base it, actually my model is based on, or I kind of heavily based my model in the Armored Core universe, or on this game that I'm playing. But not on Gen 6, it's Gen 3, or earlier versions of the game. So yeah, I'm a tactical VTuber in the sense, but not in the sense that I, hold guns directly. I'm more like a pilot of, this death machine. But yeah, thank you, Sophie, for dropping by. It's I'm really don't know what to say in encountering a fellow Filipino VTuber as well.
I didn't know there's a lot of Filipino VTubers.
Yeah, there is.
Very cool.
Yeah, actually, there's some Filipino VTubers, but almost 100%, or actually 98% of them are operating as indie. There's a ton of them, but I rarely see, Filipino VTubers. Rarely. The ones that I could just mention above are the big ones, at least on the, well, not exactly big ones, but familiar, or at least people recognize them on their VTuber models. Like I mentioned earlier, Shori, that Shori VTuber, she's actually a doctor, so if you kinda got, injuries or you want to get patched up, you talk to her. Or you got some bullet wounds or something. Yeah, she's a medical doctor, but on her personal life. But of course, VTuber, there's always being anonymous. There's also Pan, which I'm not sure. That's her name, which is basically based on Filipino salt bread, which is pandesal, we call it. Well, us Filipinos call it pandesal, but the rough translation of that bread is a salt
That
bread.
coral quad leg looks cool. Shiori from HoloLive?
No, not Shori from HoloLive. Shori from HoloLive is what do you call this? They have the same name, which is kind of confusing. I kind of understand that. But the Shori I'm referring to is the independent indie. She has
In real life? That's cool.
Yeah, yeah, in real life she's a doctor. So if you get badly mangled up on something, or you have some medical condition, you can kindly talk to that VTuber. Although I'm not sure if he's gonna charge you for medical fee, but I think that even VTubers are kind of anonymous.
50% AP.
Yeah, Shori. Shori is kind of unique because she always wears a doctor's uniform and a doctor death mask from the, plague mask, circa 1600 or medieval ages. So you can easily recognize her because she always wears a medical outfit or a medical lab gown, kind of like you think from a scientist. But instead of medical lab gown, she also wears, a stethoscope, so you can identify her as even a
Bro,
VTuber
I
as
love
a doctor.
Pandesal when it's fresh.
Oh yeah, everybody loves it. I mean, I eat it a lot. Back in the old days, of course. But the economy, the Pandesal shop kind of closed on my area, so so that leaves me technically no Pandesal in my place. But everybody loves Pandesal. It's a regular staple in Filipino breakfast foods. But I think that's the 100% that we could call Filipino bread. I mean, there's a French bread, there's a German bread,
30%.
there's an Italian bread, but Filipino bread, I guess that is the answer if somebody would ask if Filipinos have representation when it comes to bread products. Yeah, there's also one Filipino I remember, but she's a corpo, but she's kind of in a bad rep. lately. I'm sure you kind of remember Mealy. Mealy. I don't know. Her name is Mealy, but you know he's kind of from Kuro Sanji. sorry. I know that company's kind of had a lot of
The
bad.
Hololive Shiori makes it hard to search up the Filipino Shiori.
Oh, okay. I think she's very yeah, she's known as an in the indie VTuber. So yeah, I'm pretty sure you could find her as a Filipino VTuber. But maybe your search engine isn't really responding on that search. I recall Shiori. She's also hosting some medical thing. I'm not sure how we put it in online. She's even doing surgery, like you know that male surgery for Filipino teens. You know. Okay, I'm gonna be direct. She's actually doing a surgery like circumcision or something. No, seriously. But she's a surgeon, so professional wise. So I'm sure you'll encounter her one day. That's Shori thing. Yes, indeed, Sophie. She's also a medical themed, so it's easy to spot her. Not the Shori or the Hololive, but this one is a medical theme. Actually, there's a lot.
Oh, is she medical themed?
Yeah, she's medical theme for a VTuber. I can't say human augmented plus OD. Okay, maybe sure. She's kind of augmenting teens, you know, down there on the.
Human augmented plus?
Yeah, she's
wow.
She's kind of well, you know, augmenting Filipino teens down there on the piping thing. Yeah, you could drop by Shiori. But I'm not sure if she's gonna appreciate that if you kinda recognize her.
Dapat pala hindi muna ako timely.
Yeah, seriously, she does circumcision surgeries. So if you're a, you know, if you're a young boy with raging hormones and almost on your puberty, like oh, I'm not gonna mention that detail. I might get cancelled. You might decide to, you know, drop her by on her surgery, you know, on her surgery table. Yeah, I know that's kind of funny, but she's a surgeon, so if you wanna boy-wise do a human plus, maybe you could, you know, pay her a little visit. Okay, sorry. I just, sorry, I can't help but make jokes out of it. But rest assured, that was joke. I did not mean anything, you know, controversial on that. You know, I just have to mention things carefully.
I will try to look for her.
But seriously, Shiori is a surgeon. She's a medical team VTuber as well, independent. There's also some Filipino VTuber. I'm not sure if you know this one.
It's just a bit difficult to search up.
Yeah, I agree. That's the thing about Filipino VTubers. We're kinda, you know, hard to find, and a very small percentage of the entire population of the VTuber space. Most VTubers are Western. They're either European, Americans, or Japanese. There's 3 nationals. Or I can't say. Europe is a large place, so yeah. But mostly they revolve around that. So it's very rare to find, you know, other Asian, you know, VTubers aside from Japan, of course. There's also one Filipino VTuber that I kinda found or kinda searched it, Rui, but she's a singer. I think she's a singer because most of her, you know, content is something about singing, meme songs, regular songs.
Do you have an Oshi?
Oh, Well, I do have one, but I'm not sure if she's around anymore. Last I heard, she kind of graduated from Cooler Sanji or Fiji Sanji. And oh yeah, I think the latest news I kind of found out there. I kind of the Oshi that I kind of look up to is she kind of in the limelight lately. Last I heard, she was on the Holo. Oh wait, not Holo. Sorry. VShojo, yeah. She was in VShojo, but as of today, as of this moment, VShojo's kinda in a hot water. So definitely they kinda lost their old talent, so leaving her at India again. Yeah, actually, that's the first thing that Oshi is, that got me to the VTuber in the first place. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Mila Melatica. She sounds like a Filipina, but she's not. She's an Indonesian. But she.
May we know who she is?
Yeah. See, it's Mila Melatica back in the day when Niji Sanji, when she was still hooked up with Niji Sanji. At first I thought she was a Filipina because of how the way she spoke her words, but turns out she was actually an Indonesian. And
VShojo is very messed up, RN.
yeah, I do agree on that. That's well, I don't really know the details because we kind of as a Filipino VTuber, we kind of operate on our remote own environment. We're very far from that type of mainstream corpo VTuber world. So we're in a very very remote place. Our own slice of our world. Like let's say we put it this way. The light bulb is the center of the VTubers universe. So that's Hololive, VShojo, Niji Sanji,
Oh,
etc.
very cool.
So think of a place that you can see the light bulb as far away as possible, and you'll end up with the Filipino VTuber community. And that's us. Very, very far and very, very isolated. And 98% independent or indie. So there, that's how
Oh
you...
yeah, I heard that too. I heard that there's a VTuber company in big trouble for not paying the talents.
Yeah, that's a big thing, I'll be honest. That it's a VTuber company that kind of embezzled some funds. Actually, if you think of it on an employer contract-wise, they kind of owe them their wages. And even on any other industry, aside from VTuber, even on regular work, if you don't pay your employees, that's going to be a big issue. And some of those companies have, labor unions. But I think in Japan, the VTuber companies don't have a labor union of some kind. So, But the thing here is that they're not paying up their talents, which is a bad thing for a company. And what's more on that, from what I heard on the news, the company kind of embezzled donations fund meant for people who are sick. I mean, you don't... Okay, I know that's a whole lot of bad thing. It's already bad enough that you didn't pay your talents, but, that money's for, for the sick people, and you're stealing from them.
Filipino VTubers being rare is what makes them special FR.
Yeah, I guess you're right about that. Well said, Sophie. Yeah, we kinda have a very, very small population. But that's a great thing. I think it's our own slice of our world in the VTubing space. Not exactly, we're not exactly, I kind of like the, independent space of environment of the Filipino VTubers. Our own very little space. Away from the politics of and drama of, the mainstream VTubers. Or VTubing world, like those corpos. So yeah, that's the thing. But sorry, regarding on your question, yeah, there's a sizable population of Filipino VTubers, a sizable ones. But the only thing is that you have to really put out extra.
Yeah, that one too. I heard the dog's friend left that company because of that.
Yeah. Well, they're kind of in a hot water, but I just kind of heard those news from other. Oh my goodness, yeah, that kind of juggles up my memory. You know what? There's also a Filipino VTuber that's also on the VTubing space on the news. So she
When
kind
you become more popular, will you do collabs with other VTubers?
Oh yeah, I don't mind. You know, doing collabs with VTubers. No, I mean, if you know, time and technology will you know, provide, yeah, I don't really mind. I'm kind of open with the idea. But anyway, yeah, I kind of forgot one thing. Yeah, there's also a Filipino VTuber that delivers VTuber news, but he's more like an animal type of model theme. I'm sure you heard about Nusagi, Depressed Nusagi. That's his name on the social media or on the YouTube. He kind of delivers VTuber news. But last I heard, he's kind of semi-retired when it comes to the VTubing space. But I don't know. He started live streaming again. Nusagi, you know, Depressed Nusagi. He's a Filipino VTuber as well. That kind of you know, that kind of jogged in my memory about that VTuber news. So yeah, there's a lot, well, not exactly a lot, a sizable population of Filipino VTubers. It's just that you have to look, you have to put an extra effort in looking for them because you know, mostly Filipino VTubers are indies and you know, pockets of here and there, something like that. Yeah, and that's a thing. We're kind of rare nowadays, given that the whole population of VTubers are centered on the Western, you know, Americas and Europe and Japan. So yeah. So there. That's the thing I have to say about that. Da 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 da. Oh wait. I'm pretty sure you as well, Solvi, is you're also a VTuber, right? So sorry, it's just that my eyes aren't really as sharp as before. I yeah, I'm an aviation
Kui
student.
boss, you're an aviation student?
Yeah, I kind of hold up multiple things. Student-wise, yes, I'm an aviation student, but I'll be honest, and my kind of education is kind of like in a limbo right now. But I'm not gonna state why. But yeah, I'm an aviation student, but it's kind of on hiatus right now. Some issues. But yeah, I'm an aviation student, and I'm not gonna tell you which aviation school I came. Oh, okay, sorry. I was my mistake. Sorry, I was under the impression that you're also a VTuber.
I am not a VTuber.
I see. Okay, anyway. Oh, okay, not yet. Well, that's something. So yeah, yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, I'm sorry, I kind of mistook you for a VTuber because of your profile logo on, you know.
Okay, best wishes to you.
Yep, thank you as well. So there we go. But professionally, I'm more like I work professionally. My work is different. Not
Smells
related
like
to
a
the
future
aviation.
collab with you too, haha.
Well, I don't know about that, but you know what they say. Never say never. But for now, I'm not really focused on collabs. I'm more focused on making friends. At least, you know, it's very rare to find Filipino VTubers on the VTubing space, or at least some Filipino VTubers or here. And I must admit, it sometimes gets lonely, you know, just being, you know what they say, there's an old saying in Filipino, no man is an island, something like that. So it's kind of lonely being out here.
I'm going to flight college in less than 2 weeks, so it is nice to see another Filipino in aviation-related courses.
Oh my goodness. Well, what do you know? What the odds, right? Yeah, but I'm not exactly went on an aviation college. You know, I kind of directly went to the flight school. But that's the thing, I kinda encountered some problems when I was during in flight school, so it's now on hiatus. Or more specifically, kinda crashed on the ground. But yeah, so for the moment I'm just taking my time in regards to studying in the aviation in flight school. And God, those courses are really, those courses in aviation are ridiculously expensive. Like, and what's worse on that, there's not, there's no institution in the Philippines that provides at least an
Nice
effective.
good luck to that too. Do your best, laughing face.
Yeah, there's no effective. Thank you, Odin. Thank you, Odin. Sorry, my mind. Juggling a lot of stuff on my mind, kinda messes up. But yeah, going back on the aviation, aviation topic, aviation education topic. If you're gonna be a commercial pilot in the Philippines, it's not exactly a good time because, or you have to spend a lot of money because, well, there's not an effective scholarship. There's not an effective scholarship regarding commercial airline pilots in the Philippines. So you have to pocket out all, shoulder the cost of your education there. And yeah, that's the thing in Philippine aviation. You have to pocket all those. No, not exactly pocket. You have to shell out all of the costs there. The only thing I can think of that is kind of free for if you want to be a commercial airline pilot and get away with a scholarship if you join the Air Force. But I'm not into that military kind of thing, and you're gonna be in endangered servitude with those military guys for 10 years. Not a very good place to hang out. Plus, the military, they're kind of less democratic, especially in the Philippine ones. It's not exactly the US or the European military where you get a lot of rights. sorry. I'm just saying this as a. I love my freedom. You know
Very
that.
true. Unfortunately, so it is better to have flight training after you get your college degree.
Yeah. I also agree on that statement. If you're gonna get into flight college or anything on the aviation related, go directly to the flight school and then take a separate college course because that's what I'm sure.
As for me, it is a bit complicated, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I agree on that. But if you, I'm just gonna infer. Going back, I'm just gonna infer on what other aviation experts said. That I do agree on their advice that. Take your flight training on a flight school, but if you're gonna go for your college degree, take it on another course. I'm not sure if everybody knows this, but there is stiff competition right now on the Philippine aviation industry. Only in the Philippines, of course. Only in the Philippine area. In Europe and in America, there's less competition and a lot more job security there compared to the Philippines. It's only...
When I was a kid, I kinda want to be a fighter pilot.
Oh, I see, ODN. I guess you wanna hang out with the military guys. Well, anyway, don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, it's kind of cool being a fighter pilot, but let's. It's kind of cool, thing. But as we grow older, we kind of, the reality sometimes bites us in the butt. I think it's a cool. I think kids should, have a goal in life. So it's best that, most kids, and I guess ODA, you're not the only kid who dreams of that.
I heard that there is a large backlog of pilots, more specifically, A320 rated pilots.
Holy shit! Yeah, you're not kidding. Yeah, that's what I could say. There's a lot of backlog. I mean, I don't know the guy personally, but there's one guy I kind of know that he's more like a flight student. He already completed all the requirements for A320 pilots, Airbus, but he's still at the moment kind of not hired. Sorry, that's the term that I kind of use. There's a lot of backlogs.
Didn't know it's that hard in the Philippines.
Yeah, it's really hard in the Philippines, only specifically in the Philippines. If you want to be a commercial pilot, your best chance is go overseas. Not anywhere but in the Philippines. I mean, you could go for Europe, you could go for America. There's a lot less competition there. You could end up, there's more likely chance that you'll end up as a real commercial pilot there. But in the Philippines, it's kind of complicated. You know, a lot of backlogs, a lot of unemployment stuff, and officially in the Philippines there's only 2 airline companies compared to say Europe and America, where there's a lot of aviation companies that would type you in. In the Philippines there's only 2, Philippine Airlines and Cebu Pacific, or maybe 3 or 4, something like that. But anything beyond that, I couldn't think of any other aviation company. So yeah, there's little chances.
Philippine Airlines has reactivated its pilot training program, so that's a small perk.
Oh yeah, that's a great news. I kind of heard of that news as well. They reactivated their cadet pilot program. But sometimes I can't help but wonder, if they reactivated it, what's the requirements for the student? I hope that it's not too high, or the bar is not too high just to get in. Because yeah, that's also one thing why there's a lot of unemployment commercial airline pilots. They kind of set up the bar way too high, and that's causing a lot of problems. I'm sure since you're also in the aviation, Sylvie, I'm sure you're well familiar with the incident in the recent reactivation of Cebu Pacific cadet pilot program. A lot of people in the aviation industry, mostly students, kinda made a remark that it's more of like a scam rather than well, not exactly a scam, but it's just like they're just saying that it's just like on paper. I mean, yes, you could be accepted on the so-called scholarship program Cebu Pacific, but it turns out you're gonna have to shoulder all your you have to shoulder all your expenses to become a commercial pilot. I mean, the point here is, what's the use of a scholarship program if you're not gonna shell out money, right? I mean, if the company sponsoring you is not gonna shell out money. You're like a Niji-Sanji version of aviation industry.
The bar is you must not fail any of your subjects in your college course to get into PAL's program.
Yeah.
What happened there?
Oh, I can't really say it's a scam, sorry. It's not exactly a scam, but more like misinterpretation of the program, ODN, on the Cebu Pacific thing. They kind of said that it's a scholarship program, but in reality...
Oh wow, I did not know about the Cebu Pac controversy.
Yeah, that's the controversy. But in the aviation world, or the aviation thing in the Philippines, it's kind of a small community as well. So news doesn't get out, or if it does, it's kind of like a small folks. Just know it. So yeah, that's the thing about Cebu Pacific Cadet Pilot Program controversy. It's not exactly 100% scholarship. They just call it scholarship just to sound it more pleasant, but it's not a scholarship. It's self-funded. And I'm not gonna shell out 5 million pesos just to get into that company. Nope, I do not have that kind of money on my wallet. So they just kind of called it in scholarship program, but in reality, it's not. It's not a good program. I mean, don't get me wrong. Cebu Pacific's earlier cadet pilot programs were nice. In fact, it was good, but they made some changes after the pandemic, and the Cebu Pacific cadet program was kind of awful now. Back then, the training is back then on Cebu Pacific. They're gonna send you back. They're gonna send you to Australia, and everything, all expenses are shouldered by Cebu Pacific. In exchange, you have to work for them for 10 years. The sad part is that the
Philippines is a good place to get your pilot's license, but it's hard to get jobs.
Yes, that's the hard reality in the Philippines. It's a good place. It's a good place to train as a pilot. Even the schooling fees are very cheap compared to other countries. Even if you compare it on nearby countries like Singapore or even in China, the Philippines is still a lot cheaper compared to those countries. At least as far as I know. But the sad reality is, of course, on the education level is very different from the professional. On education, that's good. But on the professional wise of being a commercial pilot, that's well, that's a lot less to be desired. Because there's not a lot of jobs. Yeah, I'll be direct. There's not a lot of jobs in the Philippines for a commercial pilot. And don't believe on the advertising that says that airline commercial pilots are in demand. Maybe it is in demand in Europe or in the America or in the Western world, but not so much in Asia. Specifically in the Philippines. It's not an in-demand job. Or it's still, there's still pilots, but I don't know, it's kinda like any other jobs in the Philippines, it's kinda overpopulated. It's there's a lot of pilots waiting to get, to fly, but there's not much, planes to go around with or airline companies to go around with. And the Philippines just only have 2 major ones. So you could see how restricting that situation is for a commercial airline pilot. But of course, that's for of course who graduated or at least finished their flight studies. Not my concern at the moment because I am still on the flight school, which is now on permanent hold. So yeah, that's the thing. That's the current situation. Of course, no one will admit that, but in reality, that's what is happening. And not even Filipino pilots or social media pilots would admit that, but that's the reality of it. And I don't get me wrong, I do understand why they're not admitting it publicly because they had a name to protect, a reputation to look after. And what's worse is that they kind of show up their face in real life. So in case they said something not agreeable to the public, they'll definitely get a nasty backlash.
My plan is once I get my PPL and IFR, I plan to work as a flight instructor to get flight hours and receive my commercial pilot license and then get into PAL's cadet program.
Oh, nice. Actually, that's most of a lot of aviation students have, think the same way as you do. I'm sorry, cough. Even myself. But yeah, that's the best way for at least on the Philippines. If you're not if you're not an aviation student in the Philippines, then you can kind of disregard that plan. But for the moment, since the Philippine aviation is kind of restricting, I think that's the solid plan. And the best way to earn your flight hours for free, be take up first PPL, IFR, and then that flight instructor course, and then just get hired or get absorbed by a small aviation school or airline company, just a very small. You don't need just build up your flight hours for experience. If I'm not mistaken, the flight hours required is 1,000 hours right now. Yeah, somewhere along that threshold, 1,000 hours of flight time. But since officially, of course, they say it's 1,000 flight hours, but I think it could be more, given on the stiff competition with the aviation community in the Philippines. Maybe more. But regarding on your plan, I think that's a solid plan, Sophie. And yeah, everybody approves that. I mean, everybody's thinking of the same thing as well. Get your PPL, CPL, IFR, and then flight instructor. But I'm not gonna, I'm gonna be honest with you.
I thought it was 450 for a commercial license.
Well, yeah, okay, I'm not really updated on that. I probably have to check my sources on that part. But what I do know, if you want to get hired in the aviation company in the Philippines, you still have to have 1,000 flight hours, but only in the Philippines, because different companies have different policies.
I'd like to ask, is flying the plane for the first time scary?
Actually, no. Well, the first time I took a flight, no, that's not. I mean, for the commercial. I mean, I'm, taking a flight as a passenger. It's not really that scary. But if you're an aviation student, oh hell, fuck yes, it's scary. I mean, even with a flight instructor, it's not. Maybe my concern is not because of the experience. It's concerned on the integrity or the integrity of the plane. On commercial airplanes, it's big enough and wide enough for you to be comfortable with. But if you're flying as a flight student, let's just say that they hook up an object the size of a small lifeboat or a raft and then put an engine motor in it and it flies. So that's how I perceived it. Seriously, the Cessna 1, the plane that's called Cessna 152, it's in 172. It's kind of small and crampy for my taste. And if you encounter an air turbulence, it's definitely gonna make you think twice. I don't know, maybe I'm just a little jittery or maybe I'm just too sensitive. I don't know. I never had that kind of problems when I was, riding a plane as a passenger, especially on the Airbus. But on the flight student, yeah, that's gonna...
You fly small Cessnas WA, haha.
Yeah.
Is that holiday?
Oh, I'm not sure, ODN, about the holiday. I mean, what I said was that I'm pretty sure you know about Cessna, and they don't really have a very good track record when it comes to airline, when aviation accidents. And yeah, they kind of bag it a lot of aviation students because of the equipment failure of their planes. I'm not gonna go through the reports, but they kind of died horribly.
Taco NMN boss.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just only a personal experience, but some people or some aviation students said they don't have any problems with that. In fact, they're pretty much relaxed. When it comes to that, it's kind of like a mixed comments about that. It's very mixed, I'll be honest. So it depends on the person's personal experience. Some find it pleasant, some find it relaxing, or no, very much comfortable. But others, they kind of feel jittery about it and nervous. And yeah, I'm one of those. I'm one of those guys. I don't know. It's just I just want to clarify. It's with the plane. It's not with the your experience, or it's not on the experience itself, but it's on the plane or the integrity of the plane itself.
Oh, have you heard of the recent news with Flight Aviation?
Not exactly. I'm not updated on Flightline Aviation, but that aviation school is very popular. But they have some controversies as well, aside from few plane crashes and a few deaths on their aviation students. But like I said, I'm not updated. The last I heard was that the flight student, they kind of survived, but he was badly burned in the process. I'm not sure if that was Flightline. But they're still alive, both the flight instructor and the aviation student. It's just that the flight instructor got out first of the plane and was rushed in the hospital. Then they kind of left the aviation student to burn on his cockpit. Well, he did survive, but I don't know. It's kind of excruciating to be left behind in the cockpit with a burning cockpit. So imagine that you're inside an armored core and you're left with a
Damn,
burning
that's
AC.
scary, ha ha ha.
Yeah, very very scary, and for a good reason. Imagine this in the gameplay wise, like what I'm playing in the game, Armored Core or Gundam. Your instructor was rushed to a nearby hospital and got out immediately or ejected from your AC or your Gundam, but you're kind of left behind here on the AC because your ejection.
WTF.
Yeah, your ejection seat kind of failed, and you're left inside the AC, burning AC, and being burned to death. You survive the attacks from other ravens, but you're left inside your cockpit helpless and burning to death. That kind of horror thing. But anyway, going back, I'm not sure about the news on Flightline Aviation. I'm not updated with that school, and you know, I'm not exactly associated with them. But they have good graduates. Flightline produces good graduates and well known in the social media. I think there's one of their alumni that is well known also on the social media.
Really young.
50%.
Yeah, I'm not sure what her name is. She's a nurse actually in profession, but she kind of took up the you know, flight school, Flightline, and now is now one of the most successful. Well, actually not successful, but well known commercial airline pilots. But actually, I guess
Turned into 621.
yeah, exactly. You're right about that, 621. Sorry. Okay, my bad. I was distracted. Yeah, speaking of which, it makes me kind of think, what happened to 621 while he ended up being, well, more like a vegetable? Is it because of his,
But wow, that's a scary accident.
yeah. I mean, did 621 became a vegetable because of the surgery or because of his professional hazard or occupational hazard? But yeah, that's the news I heard about Flightline, about that incident. But I could be wrong, it may be a different aviation school. But I'm pretty sure that was the incident, or last I heard on Flightline. But don't worry, the good news is, I'm not sure if it's a good news at all, it's not the only aviation school in the Philippines who has that kind of accident. I mean, practically almost all aviation schools in the Philippines have that kind of accident. Well, not excluding that the aviation student were, you know, burned to death on their, you know, in the flight cockpit. But there's some, you know, there's some, there's some incidents as well involving that. Oh, yeah, speaking of which, there's another accident in Flightline Aviation, but that was several years ago. But the flight student didn't die in fire this time. Instead, it's exactly the opposite. He kind of died being drowned and trapped in the cockpit. Because I think if I remember, his plane kind of, instead of crash landing from the ground and burning with all that fuel, he got lucky and he crash landed in the water, in the sea to be specific. So yeah, he kind of survived the crash, but kind of got trapped with those, with the seat belt, or you know, that safety belt thing that you used to put up in the cockpit. It's pretty much like the car. Before you start the car or the plane, you have to go with the seat, you know, safety harness thing. And on that part, that was, oh wait, yeah, on that part he kind of died drowning. Well, at least he could be recovered intact. I mean, the body was recovered intact.
The one I am going to is a newish college with not as big of a reputation like Airlink or Fulska, but the facilities and planes are new. It didn't eject.
Oh well, unfortunately in real life, commercial airline pilots or commercial airline planes don't have an eject seat compared to the military. So that's one thing that's the military is proud of compared to the commercial civilian ones.
OMG, that's tragic, WTF.
Yeah, that's really tragic. So yeah, ODN, that's the difference between the civilian aviation and military aviation. In the military aviation, believe it or not, despite them being cruel, they do care about their pilots surviving on a catastrophic plane destruction or plane crash. Compared to the civilian,
Cessnas do not have ejection seats.
yeah, they don't have ejection seat. Even commercial ones like Airbus, they don't have one. So expect that if you're going down and you're, well, on your death, you're gonna die along with those. Sorry for the word. You're gonna be unalive alongside with those passengers. So you gotta take your work seriously, because you're not the passengers are not the only ones getting unalive on that profession. I don't know. There's some proposals, but that's mostly experimental technology in aviation, that there might be some injection seats of some kind, but it never really took off, I'll be honest. I don't know the details, but I don't know the details about that, why it was never implemented. But it's something to do with the on the profession itself, on the commercial airline pilot. So I'm not delving onto that because there's not much detail in it. But what I do know, as was said publicly, that there was some, I don't know, some experimental concept about that ejection seat in case of a catastrophic, plane failure on the civilian side, but it never really took off. So yeah. And Cessna, what's worse on Cessna, they don't have block boxes. So ODN, if you're gonna have an accident with a Cessna plane, the trainer plane for pilots, no one will definitely know your last moments. Yeah, compared to commercial Airbus, Cessnas don't have a block box, so that leaves the airline authorities or aviation authorities thinking on how you ended up on your last moment. So they kind of just did a lot of guesswork on that, compared to commercial airlines where there's a physical evidence on how the pilot was on his last moments. So yeah, that's well, anyway, that's a fact of life. A lot of people may think that's a scary story, and I guess that's also a scary story for people who's not into aviation. But I think it's not really that bad as it sounds. It's just, I don't know, that's how the way they put it industry-wise. So yeah. Yeah, exactly, the black box ODN. It's more like a flight recorder. They call it black box, but technically it's not a black. It's not colored black. It's technically colored orange.
I heard about that. The black box was it. They say it tracks you where you at.
Yeah, exactly. It not only tracks where you at, but the state of the plane, the status of the plane before an accident happens. Oh, well, not exactly. The whole status of the plane, and even the recorded messages or radio messages of the pilot is being recorded by that device. And I don't know why they call it black box. I'll be honest. I myself, even an an irregular aviation student, I'm also left wondering why they call it black box. But if you take a look at it, it's orange. It's color orange. And
airplanes are usually very safe.
Yeah, commercial airplanes are very safe, but not much on the trainer type. Not much on the trainer planes, or we couldn't say the same on the trainer planes. But rest assured, commercial airplanes that are used in airports are very, very safe. I could guarantee that.
Kid me would still like to fly that fighter plane, ha ha ha.
Yeah. But here's the thing, military pilots, it's also safe, believe it or not. It's much safer than the training. It's much more safer rather than the, or at least as what I think of it, it's much more safer than the civilian commercial.
Why didn't they call it orange box then, ha 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 ha?
Oh, that I have no idea, ODN. I have no idea why they didn't call it orange box. I don't know, maybe some smart guy on the lab said it's a black, and that's it. The name got stuck with that. I don't know. I'm just saying that as a joke, okay? I don't know why they call it black box, I'll be honest.
Yes, small privately owned aircraft have much lower safety records, but it's all good.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the thing. That's the only thing I can say about that. So yeah, I have a very little to no knowledge at all because I didn't made it that far on the flight school. So yeah, I have very limited knowledge about that. So if you want to know more about the whole stuff about aviation or on the technical level, you could ask some guy who graduated on the flight school, or at least some guy on the professional level, like a commercial pilot or even a flight instructor. They could give you an exact details or explanation on that kind of stuff. For me, unfortunately, I'm kind of like in limbo when it comes to my flight education. So yeah, but I do have some basic knowledge. I'm okay with that, but not on the technical level. So yeah. So yeah, that's the thing I had to say. I'm not sure about you, but because it's your personal life, Sophie. But if you're gonna go on flight school, it's your choice, of course. And also, don't mention the flight school. You know, confidentiality and data privacy thing here. But yeah, that's. But I'm glad to see that I only not met here on chat fellow Filipino, but also a flight student, or at least a future flight student.
Do you usually stream at 12 a.m.?
Oh, no, unfortunately no. Since I'm a hobby VTuber, my streaming schedules are kind of irregular. It's kind of like a hobby. I'll be honest. It's just more like a hobby. So I don't have a specific, you know, I don't have a specific streaming
Yes,
schedule.
boss.
So I just kind of stream whenever I kind of feel like to. Right now I kind of feel like, or I kind of hooked up with Armored Core video games, so I kind of streamed it as well. So yeah, that's it. Well, I'm not sure if I'm qualified on that.
Op 214. Let's say there's a mobile suit pilot program. Would you try?
That I'm not so sure in real life, but science fiction wise, oh, definitely, hell fuck yes, I'm gonna sign me up. I'm definitely gonna go with that. But you know, applying for a mobile suit pilot program and passing that are two different stories. So, but I'm definitely gonna check it out. I'm pretty sure on that. I always wanted to, you know, drive, but not a real plane, but more like a tank. sorry, I was just joking. Being a former flight.
Ayo, he's still not delivering my food. Why is he still there?
Oh, I don't know. But he's definitely enjoying himself. So maybe you wanna, I don't know, Ian, maybe you wanna, you know, hire an Uber instead, perhaps? Yeah, I'm kind of surprised Jolly Death Machine here is still around. I mean, wow. But I'm pretty sure, bet my ass, I'm pretty sure 100% that the Raven inside that AC is also a Filipino, you know, a Filipino one. I'm pretty sure of that because most foreigners don't really, you know, they don't really know what Jollibee is unless they kind of interacted with Filipino culture. That's the only exception. But to normal, you know, to an ordinary, not exactly ordinary, but most foreigners, they are not aware what Jollibee is.
Alright, good sir. I will go to sleep now. Sakin Nag subscribe NAAKO.
Yo, thank you, and thank you for dropping by, and you know, pleasant dreams, Sovi. It's been a pleasure meeting and chatting with you, and yeah, it's been a pleasure meeting and chatting with a fellow aviation student as well. So I guess I'll see you on the plane, or you know, in the flight school. Yep. So yeah, I'll see you around, I guess, on the flight school. There we go. Well, okay, where's Jolly Death Machine? I'm pretty sure he's around here somewhere. Ah, right.
AP at 30%.
Right. You know, that's the thing. Maybe it's just only my eyes. I have a poor. My vision isn't really good on detail. Maybe I guess that's one issue as well on my flight school. My vision's not really that thing.
Yes, boss 07.
Yep. See ya. Okay, where am I? Hey, where's that Jolly Death Machine here? Pretty sure he's around here somewhere. Oh. Okay. Yeah. There we go. Sorry. It just kind of made me remember ODN on what you said. You know, this jolly driver hasn't delivered your food. Maybe he's he's a sponsor and not exactly a subcontractor. Sorry. I can't help but poke meme jokes about Jolly support there. But he's kind of new from the looks of it. He's C rank on C rank on one-on-one single rank matchup in D rank. So definitely it's a new character. And yeah. Oh crap! He was my teammate. I thought he was the enemy. Okay, fine. That was a mistake. I never thought that he was my teammate on that match. Also, that kind of remembers me one thing about ODN. About the maybe if there's gonna be a mobile suit type of crap in real life or pilot program like that, maybe the pilot program will be different. At least if I would think about it science fiction wise. I mean, the commercial airline pilots, and of course, as we all know, it's common knowledge that the training program
he is new.
The training program there is kind of probably would be similar to driving a plane. But if there's an actual mobile suit pilot program, maybe the training program would be similar, more like to be similar to those tank driver kind of thing. And yes, tanks do have a pilot, so or more like we don't call it pilot, but more like a driver. So if there's gonna be a mobile suit program in real life, I bet the instructions or lessons there or academic lessons there will be more similar to driving like a tank rather than flying a plane.
Probably it's gonna cost like hell if it's real.
Yeah, you're correct on that. Hell fuck yes, you're right. Because and probably if I'm not mistaken, the only thing that's gonna sponsor that is gonna be the military. And the military, they have a very high high bar when it comes to screening out their pilots. I mean, I'm just saying this on what I would interpret it on science fiction material. Probably their bar would be so high that they won't allow anybody above on a certain age, and at the same time certain qualifications. Just saying in case that if a mobile suit would be implemented in real life. But to think of it, also maybe there's also a thing called civilian mobile suits. It's also mentioned here in Armored Core franchise. I'm sure you know about MTs. MTs is also a civilian version of a mech, or muscle tracer is what they call it here in Armored Core universe. So it may be, think of it as more like a forklift vehicle, but instead of having wheels, it has legs. So I guess that's the practical civilian application of a mobile suit. It's used only to lift up heavy objects.
I mean, they could use mobile suit to build buildings and stuff, not just military.
Yeah, exactly. That's also what I was pointing out. I mean, think of it on construction application or civilian applications. Just like muscle tracer, they just could build it like any other, like any other construction work or construction worker.
Yeah, like the MTS.
Yeah, pretty much it will be like the MTs in Armored Core. It's used for manual labor, like say digging a hole or lifting very heavy objects. I guess if a mobile suit will be applied on civilian industry, it will really be a carbon copy or replica of an MT. Oh yeah, speaking of which, yeah, Armored Core universe is like that. Armored Core is basically a military application of a mobile suit, while on the civilian side, of the industry, you got your MTs, which, well, we all know in universe-wise, it's common knowledge that they use MTs for civilian labor. It's not meant for military applications, or they're not meant for battle. So yeah, you're right about that, OD. You're right about that. So if there's gonna be a mobile suit, or but here's the thing: if we're gonna use a mobile suit for civilian uses, I wonder what could be, you know, I wonder what type of instruction material would it look like in real life. Would it look like that you're like driving a car or something, or would it look more like a civilian, you know, a civilian type of flight school, like the ones you see on aviation schools? Yeah, I was thinking that if that would be the case in the civilian on the mobile suit, it would probably be more
I'd
like
like to think that the original mobile suit was designed for construction and then some guy says,
yeah.
cool, impressive, very nice. What if we weaponize it, ha ha ha.
Oh my goodness, that really struck deep, you know what, ODN. And you know what, you're not the only one who thought about that. I mean, that's the reason why we have Armored Core here on the franchise as well. I mean, in universe wise, some folks kind of think, wow, cool, why not try to make it a death machine? And that's we got the Armored Core. I mean, story wise. Now on the Gundam universe, yeah, that's the problem as well. I don't see any other civilian mobile suits, to be honest. I mean,
For
not.
me it might looks like the flight schools.
Okay, wow. Okay, I guess we kind of differ on that idea. For me, I think it would be similar to like a driving school. You know, if you want to get your driver's license, probably it would look more like that. Holy crap! Yeah, thinking about that. That kind of reminds me of another franchise that kind of uses a mobile suit for civilian, you know, civilian use. I'm sure you're familiar with that Alien movie starring Sigourney Weaver. If I'm not mistaken, on the second movie, Aliens or Aliens 2, Sigourney Weaver kind of drives some sort of civilian, or it's featured on that movie, a civilian version of a mobile suit, which is of course used as you know, for labor. Although it's kind of civilian, but it's kind of subcontracted to the military. But all it does is basically load bombs on the plane, nothing more, or load bombs for your AC, or ammunition for your AC. Yeah, nothing. It's just that kind of it juggled on my memory though when you mentioned that, OD. Yeah. Kinda, you know, it kinda juggled on my memory. So yeah, it would be. Oh yeah, I think there's a name on that, or in universe wise on that movie. It's called the Power Loader. It's if you think about it, it's a MT but a civilian version. Well, actually, MTs are civilian as well. Okay, I'm just kind of hooked up with my controllers here right now. I could show you what a power loader looks like, at least on the what do you call this, on the internet. Okay, I'm just kind of hooked up here at the moment, but I'm pretty sure it would really look like a power loader thing, or the civilian ones. And I'm not saying it's just a practical, realistic application on how you would put a mobile suit in civilian use. I guess that's the thing about you know, Gundam. They kind of forgot the civilian application of a mobile suit. They kind of just focused on the military. But I don't blame them, because Gundam was a 1970s type of franchise, so it just kind of evolved as time goes by. I'm not sure even if the creators of that franchise kind of thought of that concept as well. There we go. Okay, let me take a look with that. Okay, fine. I can't really do it. I'll probably have to do that 30 seconds later. Okay. So our enemies are the green guys. Okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. Nice, nice. Great match, great match. Oh my goodness, we got so absorbed in the live stream that I kinda yeah, I kinda mistook the time. So anyway, last two matches for me, and we'll call it you know, we'll call off, or we call it a day for our live stream. But anyway, just to give you an idea, OD, on what I was referring oh my goodness, oh yeah, on what I was referring to on the civilian application of a mobile suit. I'm just gonna type in this. Yeah, yeah, this is exactly, you see this picture, this one, this is the civilian version, or at least what a civilian version of a mech would look like, or a mobile suit look like. This kind of thing, although it's a lot bigger, of course, but this would probably be at least an idea concept.
GG's, that was a close match.
Yep. Yeah, that is a great game, and very very close match. So yeah, yeah. So last two matches for me, and maybe I'll go take a break. So anyway, this is a person would look like on a civilian, at least. Yeah, a civilian version of a mobile suit. But of course, it looks more like a power armor rather than a mech. But you just have to enlarge it, and you get an idea what a civilian version of a mobile suit would look like. Yeah, that's definitely gonna be at least concept-wise.
Just kike an alien.
Yeah, I agree. So yeah, that will look. That's the main, at least concept of what a civilian mobile suit would look like. Of course, we already know on the military, we all know armored cores and Gundams, but on the civilian, that's not really much known, and they don't really get much glory. And guess what? All it does on this type of mobile suit is just basically load ammunition for your vehicles. I don't know, maybe be it either Gundam or armored core, or maybe just your ordinary vehicles like a plane or a tank.
One.
Definitely, that's how a mobile suit in civilian, civilian industry would be represented. So yeah. Well, at least we got an idea, a really educational thought, or something to some topic to really think about, right? I mean, yeah, everybody knows, and it's common knowledge of what a military mobile suit would look like. But nobody gave it ever a thought on that kind of part in the civilian use. So yeah, congratulations, OD, and you got you kind of think something out of the box. So yeah, I don't know. I'm just saying that on an educational level, on or at least sci-fi education concept, right? So really interesting idea to think about it. And mostly, if there's gonna be one, he's basically probably would look more like a rank-wise. He would be not as glorious as a military one, or with a military rank or something, but he would be more like categorized as a manual labor truck driver style kind of thing.
I kinda hope we can live that far.
Oh yeah, unfortunately, I don't think that kind of technology will be available anytime soon. But we'll never say never, right? I mean, 100 years ago, there were practically no planes to speak of, right? There was, and some people might even thought about that 100 years ago, that airplanes will not be even, would not be even a thing. But nowadays, 100 years later, we'll have one, right? But on our lifetime, I'm not sure. I'll be honest. I'm not sure that we'll be able to see a mech. Not at least beyond our lifetime, or not within our lifetime. If that technology will be available, it's probably going to be very limited. So yeah, but it's still a cool idea and cool concept. Yeah, just saying, of course.
Or maybe not, because a walking building with a gun kinda sounds wacky, haha.
Yeah, come to think of it, yeah, that's kinda... Yeah, holy crap, yeah. Yeah, you got a point there, I'll be honest, you got a point there. I mean, mechs have a lot of applications. There's also the walking mech that looks more like from Star Wars. That's also considered a mech. You know that camel thing from Star Wars? They call it AT-AT on that Star Wars franchise. Although it's not humanoid. Yeah, this kind of thing, you see this one, that camel looking. This is also considered a mech, although it's not humanoid. Or more like a four-legged mech. And even this one, this is from another franchise, of course, from Star Wars. Everybody knows that thing. It's kind of geeky stuff. Oh, sorry.
There was one in Japan though.
Oh yeah, but it's not exactly mobile. It's just only used for amusement, and it kind of just stays in one place. So I'm not sure if I would technically call that real mech, to be honest. So yeah, this is also considered a mech, although it looks more like a reverse joint.
Quad leg but wheels.
This is also well known from a military franchise. I'm sure you know Metal Gear Rex. It's a reverse joint and looks more like an animal rather than a humanoid. Specifically a T-Rex or some kind, or a reptile. Yeah, that's also considered a mech. I mean, mechs have a practical applications, but that's only the small ones. We're not exactly talking about the large ones, like the ultra large ones. Like if I'm not sure if you played Gen 4 of Armored Core, but there's one mech there that's kind of stands out. You know, the spirit of Mother Earth kind of thing. You know, the introduction trailer of Armored Core 4 that looks like an aircraft carrier that has 6 legs. Well, technically it's more like an insect because it has 6 legs. That can also be considered a mech. It's like a huge as fuck mech. But really scary, to be honest. It's an aircraft carrier, or more like an Armored Core carrier mech kind of thing. Yeah, I'm gonna go take a look on that. Arms Fort. Oh, okay, maybe we'll have to continue that later. We got the match coming up. Okay, this is second of my last match. Yeah, definitely that's one category of a mech. It has legs. Doesn't matter if it has 4 legs, 8 legs, or 6 legs.
At NT and Metal Gear are mechs for me. As long as it got legs.
Yeah. sorry. I always get distracted with that kind of jolly mech thing. It kind of saw me around again on this match. On Metal Gear, it's more like the early, think of it as more like the 20th early version of, oh my goodness. Alright, what happened here? Oh, okay, I thought I was having connection issues. Yeah, Metal Gear Rex is more like the present day, you know, present day interpretation of a mech. But of course, it's still in the realm of sci-fi. Technology isn't really available, but we do have robots nowadays here. So I guess maybe, I don't know, give it some time, like a century or 2 centuries, maybe we'll have a real mech. But for now, even robotics is at its infancy. So, but yeah, I can't really tell about the details on that because, you know, that's for the robotics engineer to answer. Okay, there we go. Where was I? But who knows, right? Maybe one day we'll see what. Actually, if you think about it, there's a lot of questions on...
Oh, I heard an article that originally the Gundam can walk around, but they didn't follow up with it.
Oh, holy fuck! I didn't read that. Seriously? Oh my goodness, that would be great if they kinda let that Gundam walk around. Or maybe they kinda lack the budget and they decided, okay, we'll call it a day. We just have to raise funds first for that kind of tech. Yeah, I know that sounds more like a business, a scammy business model. But that would be great if the Gundam would walk. I mean, at least it gives you the idea. But of course, they have to, if that function's gonna be available, they're gonna have to set that Gundam on a very clear, wide working space. We don't want the Gundam to trip over and, you know, squash a few tourists and civilians. That's more like gonna be an industrial accident. But, wow, I didn't know that they were planning on that concept. Or maybe it didn't push through because, yeah, they either lack the budget or the technology isn't simply available yet. I have no idea. But that's a cool concept, yeah. Seriously. I wish they just, you know, it would be definitely, it would crank up the, you know, it would really crank up the popularity if that Gundam really did walk. Okay, right. Yeah, they're so fast I'm having a hard time. Okay, there we go. Right, so we're gonna go in for our last fight and yeah. So anyway, going back, armored. Yeah, I'm gonna type in this one. So this is what yeah, I think, yeah, Spirit of Mother Will. Oh crap, really hate this aggressive adverts. You know, this okay, I probably have to look onto Google Arms Fort Spirit of Mother Will. Yeah, this is what
I heard they really can do it, but the head of the company says no.
Oh, okay. Maybe it's on a budget idea, or maybe it's a budget issue, I guess. But that would be nice. I mean, that would be a nice feature. So anyway, this small picture here that you're looking at, this is also considered a mech, and this is a huge mech. The one that you mentioned, a huge building with legs and guns, and not just only a gun, a single gun, but also multiple guns. Structure-wise, Odie, if you would analyze this carefully, this is not an aircraft carrier or a carrier type. It's more like a battle carrier. You know, a sci-fi concept of a battleship and an aircraft carrier. Think of it as more like your battleship had an affair with an aircraft carrier and their offspring is this, a battle carrier. Combines the firepower of a battleship and the carrying capacity weapons of a carrier type vessel or ship or mech if, on this side. This is more like yeah, this is definitely scary, but I'm pretty sure there's a lot. If this gets blown up, I'm pretty sure we're gonna have a lot of you know, a lot of folks will be dying alongside with this one. We're talking about whole crews. There's a maintenance crew, there's a command crew, and let's not mention the you know, the mech squadrons for the AC's housing.
That's from previous AC title, right?
Yes, that's correct. That's from the previous AC title. To be specific, Gen 4 or Armored Core 4 Answer and Armored Core 4. Oh no, specifically Armored Core 4 Answer. That thing. Okay, Armored Core 4 Answer trailer. It's really one of the coolest intros of Armored Core. See this one? Yeah, theater mode. Oh wait, sorry. See, this is what Armsport is. It's a mech carrier. See? And I must admit, one of the coolest... oh, sorry. Crap. I made a mistake. One of the coolest introductions for an Armored Core trailer. Way cooler than Armored Core 6 or even 5. 5 is also great, but not exactly that cinematic.
I saw a gameplay on that.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
Riding on a huge walking mech.
Yeah, and taking out its legs. But yeah, look at the size of that thing, see? It's taller than a building, and it has 6 legs. But based on how it looks, it doesn't walk like a normal...
White glint is what they call it.
Yeah, I agree. The white glint just took it out. But structure-wise, if you think on how this moves, it moves probably sideways. Kind of like moving like a crab. Okay, I did not saw that. Alright. Yeah, this is the white glint. Definitely one great introduction for an AC.
Thanks for joining our side.
Wait, it's
You're
Ubisoft.
our last hope.
Copy. You hired me for a job.
Yeah, it's
I will
Ubisoft.
let you down.
Unfortunately, Ubisoft made this one. They're the... I think FromSoft kind of subcontracted the contract, subcontracted the game making this Armored Core 4. That's also one reason if you
New parts and
notice
weapons are now
that
operational.
the design difference from Gen 3 and
Copy that.
below
Ready for
to
launch.
Gen 4. It's because it's a different maker. Some OG fans kind of hated the concept of Armored Core 4. It's there's a huge difference, like a big, very big difference from the 4th gen. From if you would compare 4th gen to Gen 3 and below.
VOB ignition.
But that's really one cool, cool introduction for an IC. See, it looks more like a plane if it flies like in
Ejecting
its
fuel
position.
cell. Targets acquired.
And it also introduces the assault armor concept, which we now use in the 6th generation for Armored Core.
Spread missiles on their way.
These are MPs basically. They're kind of cool idea.
Continuing on to main target.
Wow, that is cool. Even up to now, several decades later, I still kind of find this one nice introduction. Okay, if you
I
take a look,
think it's kinda interesting.
yeah, this is also a reflection of the actual size of the AC. You can see this is an attack helicopter, the one that the army uses, and this is the size of the IC. See? So I only assume that the AC cockpit, or at least the comparison size of the IC, would be similar, or at least kind of like has the same space as an attack helicopter, because this is the Armored Core, this is the chopper or the attack helicopter. So you can see the difference, because the public information for attack helicopters are well known on how large it
Links
is.
come in. Respond.
And this is
So
the...
badass.
Yeah, it really looks badass. You're correct on
Let's
that.
finish
Obi.
this.
Okay, there we go. That's a good introduction. So yeah, that's what I can say about that mech. Back then, assault armor was kind of like a new concept for Armored Core. But gameplay-wise, being an older gen, I played an older gen Armored Core. It's kind of difficult playing Armored Core 4 compared to other Armored Cores in the series. Okay. Oh yes, kind of left that. I kind of forgot. Oh, okay. I guess no one's awake now, so I probably have to go to the last single match. Okay. Just okay, one last single match just to to wrap things
I
up.
saw a video on YouTube on the size of a AC2.
Yeah. Yeah, and a lot of people are still wondering what's the actual size of an AC. I think the smallest for all on all of the AC franchise, I think the smallest AC is the 5th gen, you know, Armored Core 5, followed by, or at least it's either 5th gen or the first Armored Core guy on the size of the mech. If you notice on the first, but it's kind of like an ancient material, the Armored Core in PS1 era, the very first Armored Core game. The size of the Armored Core is just a little bit taller than your street lamppost. That's how tall it is on the first generation of comparison size-wise. The first generation Armored Core is either the smallest or the 5th one, or the 5th gen. Now for the tallest, that's where you see the Armored Core Gen 4 or either this one or Gen 6. Wow, okay. Okay, well that that was quick. Okay, second phase.
I played Armored Core from a PS2 from malls.
Oh.
But I got Nexus on my PS2.
Oh, okay. Wow, nice. Yeah, me, on my case, I got the Armored Core Silent Line and the whole franchise of PS2. Hey, it's definitely free now, right? I mean, there's an emulator, but it's a good, you know, it's a. I'm glad that you have that kind of, you know, games. Those are good games. Yeah. You know, kind of like a personal, like a golden collectible. Okay, there we go. Oh, wow. That did pretty quick. Okay, but okay, there we go. So I guess we'll just wrap things up for now on our live stream, and yeah, there's nothing more I can say. Sorry. It was really seriously. It was really entertaining to have this, you know, conversation. So I guess before I end this, you know, live stream session, thank you. Sovi for dropping by. It's nice to see a fellow VTuber. The same goes as you, ODN. It's really a pleasure talking with you, with fellow Filipinos here on the chat room. So thank you everyone, and I'll see you around. And yeah, bye bye for now, guys. Bye bye.
That's what I would like to prefer. At least size of a lamp pole or at least a bit taller. Well, GGS man, gotta do work tomorrow too.